kindergarten. Today is a really exciting day because we're going to be writing our numbers. So you are going to need to have your Eureka Math book, and for practicing you might want to have your whiteboard and dry erase marker. That's what I'm going to use to practice. So you might want to do that too. Okay, let's get started. To start off, I'm going to ask a couple questions and I want you to answer at home at your computer. You can answer by talking to the person next to you. If there's a grown-up around, you could tell them. Or if you have a sibling around, you can tell them. What do I have two of on the screen? What do I have two of? That's right. I know you said the right answer, Carter. I have two cats. Now, what do I have one of? What is there one of on the screen? Yeah, you're right. There's one chair. Okay. Now, what is there three of on the screen? Remember, you can always count. That's what I do. I say 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have 3 birds on the screen. Pretty cool. But sometimes I might want to write down how many of each thing there are. Sometimes it's easier to be able to write down your answers. So today we're really going to talk about writing these numbers. And of course, we have a special way to remember. So here I have my picture frame. And in this picture frame, I'm going to show you the different numbers that we're going to practice. Remember, last time we practiced writing zeros, so you all are already experts at that. But today we're going to practice numbers 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Number 1. Oh no, I have to move my video. I'm going to move myself over here. Okay, so when I'm writing the number 1, this is what I use to help me remember. You can draw in the air, top to bottom, then you're done. You just wrote the number 1. I'm going to say it again, and you say it with me. This time I'm going to draw it on my board. Okay. Top to bottom. Then you're done. You just wrote the number 1. Did you just write the number 1 where you are? It's just top to bottom. Then you're done. You just wrote the number 1. Go ahead and practice writing it. Write it on your board. Write it in the air. You could write it, as long as your cap's on the table, top to bottom. Then you're done. You just wrote the number 1. Good job. Okay, let's see what our next rhyme is. Here's our number 1, top to bottom. Next we have half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now that's a 2. Let's try it. Half a moon. Half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now there's a 2. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to show you on my screen. Half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now there's a 2. Okay, I'm going to do it on my board now. You can do it on your board as well if you have it with you. Okay. Half a moon. There's more to do. Slide to the right. Now there's a 2. You always use that pattern when you're drawing these numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to draw one more time in the air. Half a moon, there's more to do. Slide to the right. Now that's a 2. I'm getting my eraser out because I need to make space for the next number. Okay, you all know what the next number is. 3. 3 goes like this. Backward C, and that is how you make a 3. So backward C, and that is how you make a 3. Do you see how there are 2 backward C's right there? I'm going to draw it on my board. You can too. Okay, let's try it. Backward C, backward C. And that is how you make a 3. I made my 3 a little bit messy because it's actually really hard for me to do while I'm facing the screen. We just got to do those 2 backward C's, and then we have a 3. Pretty cool. Backward C, and that is how you make a 3. Remember, you can make it in the air. You can make it on your board. Make sure you're practicing writing those numbers. And guess what? Our Eureka Math book actually has a special page just for practicing. It is on page 57, and I am going to show you how you fill it out. You always start by tracing the numbers they already have written out. So they have a 1 already traced out for you. And then you go ahead and start at the dot at the top to fill in the other number 1s, and then there's some space for you to do it by yourself. Pretty cool. Now for the 2, we do the same thing. We draw that half a moon, and then we slide to the right. You do it by yourself twice, and then you get all this free space to make your 2s. Pretty cool. Okay, now number 3, you're going to do the same exact thing. Backward C, backward C. That is how you make a number 3. Remember, if you want to go back and rewatch those videos so you can remember the songs, you can absolutely do that, because you're going to be able to practice writing these numbers all throughout this lesson. So our problem set this week is on page 59, and it says write the missing numbers. So how you do this is you just use your brain to help you figure out what number is missing, like this. Watch. 1, 2. What do you think? 1, 2. You're right. You fill in with number 3. So you'd write a number 3 right here. Then over here we have 3, 2. What do we have left? 1. Yeah, so fill out a number 1. All throughout this page, you're going to practice drawing your 2s, your 3s, your 0s, and your 1s. So you just fill this out, oops, just like that. We also have over here the second page of our problem set. You heard it. This week we have 2 pages on our problem set, but this is pretty cool. It says count and write how many. So count, how many turtles do you see? 1, 2, 3. So you'd write 3 next to the turtles. How many fish do you see? 1, 2. I see 2 fish. How many cats do you see? I don't see any, so you make 0. And then how many dogs do you see? Yeah, that's right, just 1. So go ahead and do your best to fill out these 2 pages, and we're going to talk about them and do the homework when we come together. Great job, as always, kindergarten.